Hi, now we are in my demo environment, and here, as you can see, I have two VMs. One is called Marketplace VM, and the other one is called DEA Target 2 VM. Marketplace VM, as the name suggests, I created it from the Marketplace image. So Azure SQL, and as I explained in my slides, that when you create a SQL server in Azure VM using the Marketplace image, IaaS extension is already installed, and that's what we are going to confirm here. So we come here under the settings in extensions, and we see SQL IaaS extension is involved. Another way to check if the extension is involved is that you see this configuration option, SQL Server configuration, right? So it will let you manage SQL Server from the portal. What you can manage different things, right? Remember, we talked about a license type, a storage configuration, and automated patching and automated backup and availability group, all these things. Now, if we go to DA Target 2 VM, this was the one that I self-installed it. I just created an Azure VM and installed the SQL Server separately. So IaaS extension was not there. Let's confirm it. We go to extensions, and that IaaS extension is not there. And we also don't see SQL Server configuration option here. So we cannot manage our SQL on Azure VM and this DA Target 2 VM. Another thing we can check is from the PowerShell. I'm connected to this subscription where my two VMs are, and I will issue the command get AZVM. This will get all the VMs in my resource group RGDA demo. So I have three or four VMs in here. So as you can see, our two demo VMs, DEA Target 2 VM and Marketplace VM are there. And this command shows that which region they are and all that information, right? The second command here, get AZ SQL VM, will show me which VM has IaaS agent extension is installed. So if I run this command, you will see that Marketplace image will have the IaaS extension installed in full, right? And we don't see DA Target 2 VM. So before going and enabling the lightweight mode on DA Target 2 VM, I want to show the VM. So we are in the VM where I want to show you the services. We are connected to DA Target 2 VM where the IaaS extension is not installed. So if we come here, we don't see any. And this is, we are connecting to Marketplace VM, and we see two services here, as I mentioned, Microsoft SQL Server IaaS agent and Microsoft SQL Server IaaS agent query. If we go to the Management Studio, I'm connected to both SQL servers. So if we come under the security and we see a login, there is no login about the IaaS agent extension, but in the Marketplace VM, we have this login that gets created when the IaaS agent extension is installed in the full mode. And as I mentioned before, that this has sysadmin permission because it has to do all the work. So now let's go back to our PowerShell script. And what we are going to do, we are going to hold this variable, this name of this VM in this variable, and we are going to turn the IaaS agent on within the lightweight mode. So the command is new AZ SQL VM. So this command will take a couple of minutes to run. In the meantime, I will show you in the portal what full mode can do. So in the full mode, you can come here and look, we can do the storage configuration. So if you want to extend the drive of your data or log file, you can add in here. And of course, you can change the license type. You want Azure Hybrid Benefit, you can change the edition of your SQL Server. You can change it to Azure Hybrid HADR, whatever you want, you can do it here from here. The second thing you can do is your automated patching. Right, so this is enabled. It's on Sunday, but you can pick your own day. You can start time, how long the maintenance should run, and so on. So similarly, you can do the automated backups here on the marketplace VM where it's not enabled. You can enable it, and you can enable encryption if you want. You want to enable backups of system databases, the user databases. By default, it does weekly. You can choose to do daily, what time your backup should start, how long it should last, what is the frequency of the log backup, and so on and so forth. All these good stuff. You don't have to log on to the server to manage it. So let's come to our PowerShell script and see. Okay, so it's in lightweight mode on the DA target 2 VM. So now if I want to see here that where my IaaS agent is installed, we will see that both of them showing, but the DA target 2 VM has the lightweight mode. Now let's go back to our VM. So here, if we look at the services now, so remember there was no services before, and there are 2 services here. So now just refresh it. As I mentioned, no services get installed in the lightweight mode. Let's confirm the login and refresh it here. No login, extra login got created here. So, and now let's go to the portal. And if we go in the DE target 2 and we just, we now, if I look at the extension, now we have this extension. We also have this SQL Server configuration option. And let's see what we can manage from the portal in the lightweight mode. So you can see the only thing we can manage is the license type, and in the license type we can change addition. All other features are unavailable. So if we go here, we can only change the additions and we can change the license type, but nothing else. So let's go back to our PowerShell, and now we will upgrade it to the full mode. The command is update AZ SQL VM, and we are upgrading this to the full mode. This will take a couple of minutes to explain. But one thing I want to show is the view. This is the view SQL virtual machine. Let's refresh it. And this gives you the picture of all your VMs which has SQL Server installed and have IaaS agent extension is installed, whether in full mode or lightweight mode. So that gives you a good way of keeping inventory of your environment. So here you can see the lightweight mode and the full mode and what version of SQL Server and Windows are installed and all that good stuff here. Okay, so let's go back to our, and it looks like it's still working on. So once this is done, then we will go and check in our VM. And if I refresh it now, and we will see, we see that now the DEA target 2 VM has these 2 services. That means IaaS agent is extended in full mode. Let's go to the SQL Server and refresh it. And of course, yeah, here is the login created. And let's go back to the portal, and we can see now in the management, it's still working. It's still not there yet. It's still working. So we saw that it has to do a lot of stuff at the back end. It created the login, it created those 2 services. Now it is enabling all those features that we can manage from the portal. So now you can see that before we had only this option available. Now we can see that we have, still it's working on it. Okay, so before we saw that the other options were not available. Now we are seeing that all the options are available. Some are configured, some are not configured. So now the agent full mode in full mode is installed on the DA target 2 VM. So last step is what we can do to remove the agent. It's a simple command, remove AZ SQL VM. It's not going to remove the SQL server. It's just going to remove the agent. And then, so with that, I will end my demo and let's go back to my PowerPoint here. And I would like to thank you for listening to me and attending this session. You can connect me on the Twitter at SQL Hands. And please don't forget to fill out the evaluation at pastdatacommunitysummit.com/evaluation.